He thinks it's the best backcourt in the NBA and within 2 or 3 years. But the Bulls, as May starts it out quickly with the
Steele, who's had a terrific second season of the NBA. And May on the spin against Noah.
And that's what he brings. The Clippers lost. He said the playoffs are a possession game for 48 minutes. Every possession counts.
May with the bucket, it counts on a foul. He's been very active. That's the first time he's taken it to the rim and has a three-point opportunity. Noah called for the foul.
Well, he just gives the team a totally different look because you know you have to worry about Wall's penetration. You got a lot of three-point shooting. But when you add this, a big with the ability to put the ball on the floor and make...
That was an adventure for Kurt Heinrich, just handling the ball against John Wall. Here's Ariza. Nice ball movement, and May has come out firing away.
And that's the price you pay if you're Chicago and you...
Wall in the backcourt. Here's Wall floating one, handled by Beal, met by Butler. Beal on the drive, and scores.
Fantastic shot. You see Jimmy Butler running Beal, Wall and Beal. Look at the rest of the roster. Nene, Andre Miller, Gortat. There's Beal on the turnaround jump shot.
Those pieces together and developing what is now an experienced bench.
Well, when Wall came aboard, there's Webster knocking down the three and the foul. So he's going to get a chance to complete the 4-point play, which would be his second. See the closeout there. That's the problem with that penetration. The corner three, a staple for Washington. Let's feel about that. He doesn't really want to pass it to
I don't think he cares.
Prove his point.
Here's Nene putting on a nice move against Noah, who is having his difficulties here in the first half with Nene.
Being able to use both hands. He's also stronger than Noah. You see how he backs Noah in, knocks him off his position.
Both teams are over the foul limit.
It's a typical Chicago game, isn't it? There's Nene on the jump shot to give Washington the 4-point lead towards the end of the year. But I think Gibson's contributions at both ends of the floor will give him the award this year.
Once again, Nene, 7 of 10 from downtown. Good ball movement. Ariza for 3. Yes. Has fit in so well.
Fit in perfectly. There's Wall getting right to the rim. Beautiful move. Here's the speed and quickness of Wall. I mean, he is shockingly fast. In a league of amazing athletes, he jumps off Thibodeau, set up that play for Dunleavy. He needs his offense, and that was the first really good look he's had. Ariza, though, comes right back, knocks down a three of his own. They just couldn't complete the pass to Gortat.
Oh, Wall took it out of the hands of Noah. Here's Wall all the way.
John Wall, second team foul.
There was that steal from Wall, the defense leading to offense. But that's been defensively, and when you move the ball quickly, Boozer can take advantage of Gortat from that foul line.
Nene continues to hit the perimeter shot. 8 of 11 overall, 16 points.
The passing of Joakim Noah, Boozer, now it's an offense. Now it can click.
Nene once again with a wide open look. 18 points off 9 of 10. Walks it up. One of the rare times you'll see that.
Yeah.
Beal from straight away. Yes. So Beal, just 2 for his previous 8, is because John Wall is on the bench. And the Wizards are not flying down the court, but Miller is able to get inside. How about throwing that pass right on target? And once again, it is Andre Miller.
And Nene now.
Miller again off a beautiful lead pass from Nene.
So does Whitman send Wall back? Dynamic here because Miller has been on fire.
Shot clock to 4. Beautiful pass. Able to finish. Rebound, and here comes Wall. Putting moves on Augustine. Nene open. And hits again. Nene remaining on the floor despite the 5 personal fouls. Nene, who is making his first starting appearance in quite some time. Bad shot by Wall, way off, but it's Gortat right there. Biggest lead of the night.
Offensive rebounds really have been in Chicago's favor.
The Bulls did take the lead at one point, led by as many as 13, but the Wizards controlling the opening tip. Wall. Here is Beal.
Good playmakers at every position. Both Nene and Gortat, excellent passers, and both can do that. A couple of really nice moves to the basket. Buckets.
Nene continues to hit the outside shot.
And that time, Noah.
Three. So both Wall and Beal, who were not able to get going. Heinrich not able to get it off, leading.
But it almost feels like they reached their ceiling during those 82 games, and then there's not much of a ceiling above them during the playoffs.
Off the steal, Heinrich back. Wall goes right at him, and he still.
So those two guys know each other pretty well. Heinrich actually played with Wall with the Wizards a few years ago, backed him up, and Wall gives Heinrich a lot of credit for sort of breaking him into.
Bradley Beal, and the Boozer had it knocked away. It's a 3-on-1. Beal catch on the foul. Bradley Beal taking it to the rim.
Jimmy Butler, his first, third team foul.
It's game on now.
Shot clock to 6. Oh, wow. Trevor Booker for Washington. They now have Andre Miller running at the point. And Butler, 9 points in a hurry for Beal. Whoa. But it's nice to see Greg Popovich win it, because often as Webster tees it up and hits the 3.
So can Wall and Beal settle this team down and move the ball, get a good look.
Webster and Wall nearly collided. Didn't bother Webster at all as he knocks down the jumper. It's a 2-pointer.
Tom Thibodeau has found his lineup. The Heinrich-Augustine combination as Wall knocks down the jumper. Nicely done there.
Gibson now 13 points, 6 rebounds. Bulls trail by 2. They were down by as many as 7. Heinrich running into Wall. Oh, counts at the foul, and Heinrich is upset. Got to be careful. Already has that. Out of 5 seconds. Wall. Yes. John Wall. Since then. Nice pass from Ariza to set it up for Gortat, who again. John Wall.
When you get this pass against Chicago, you've got to get 2 hands on the ball and go up strong. You see him knocking Beal off of his rotation.
Butler on the foul for Chicago. Nice move by Nene, spinning for the hook. Another deep 3. This time it is Bradley Beal, and that's his second from downtown. Pulls it up. Wizards have led all the way. 6 minutes to go here in the third. Nene right back. 12-3 run for Chicago. They lead by 4. Wall. Here's Ariza for 3. Yes. Working off the screen from Gortat. Played tightly by Augustine. Now gets the shot away. Yeah, that's the shot he loves. He's able to go glass.
Miller
Down to 2, down to 1. Beal hesitated and hit. He just did beat the 24.
And Chicago's defense are just hounding Washington everywhere. And Butler, Tony Snell as well, who has a chance to be a good player.
Open shot for Webster for 3. There's Ariza for 3. Back tap. Beal for 3.
Points, so more than half of their team's production.
Nene wide open. Players to the floor. Picked off by Ariza. Wall fumbled it, recovers. They swing it. 3-point attempt. Boy, it is Bradley within 3. Washington within 3. Beal hits the runner. It's a 1-point game.
Amazing performance for the young player out of Florida. And we know how they struggle to score.
How about Butler going 48 minutes as Nene with a nice shot to give Washington the 2-point lead.
Ariza on Augustine, a lot of length.
Oh, a wild pass picked off. Oh, Noah diving to save it and then recovered it. It's finished off by Nene. Timeout taken by the Bulls, who now trail by 4. An 18-4 run.
And Washington has tightened up its own defense, making everything difficult for the Bulls.
Nene on a step back and knocks it down. 97-91. Washington has scored with 2 shots. He's been in foul trouble. for the second half. Picked up 4 in the third quarter after that.
As Doug Collins said in the pregame, Hubie, don't underestimate the Wizards' defense. Very strong. Gortat, inside. Ariza for 3. Trevor Ariza, who shot a career-best 41% from 3 this year. He scored 94 a game. Butler in trouble, turns it over, on the run out, Wall.
Chicago's transition defense so far in this series has been good.
What a crossover by Wall! And a 3-point opportunity.
When you're running back defensively and transition so the shot is not there. And then his 2-point range is also below his season average.
So it really makes you appreciate what they did in the regular season. Good finish inside.
Only time will tell, Mike. Sometimes, you know, when you have an advantage, you get a little lackadaisical and you don't take advantage of the advantage.
Wall takes the 3 and knocks it down. So Wall has 9, Beal has 6. The guards with 15 of the Wizards 24.
Now, see, I'm Chicago. Dunleavy's going now. Boozer's going now. But they need something from Butler.
Wall feeling it. Wall and 1. What a show John Wall is putting on in this first quarter. 11 points coming to the line for one more on the other side of this timeout. Augustine and Tony Snell checked in for the Bulls. Danny Gibson, Boozer, inside with Dunleavy. Gortat, as the clock's running down, able to roll it in.
Rather than forcing these shots.
Nene really upset Noah's not getting calls for that third. Webster knocks down the 3.
Now you're going to see this is nothing but sheer hustle. Now watch the block. You're going to get a block, kick out. All right, now on the kick out, I have an open look. He is one of the guys who shoots over 40%.
Nene picked up the foul. It's his second. Here is Miller inside, Andre Miller, but that old head and YMCA game, if you will, really has done wonders for the Wizards second half of the season. Blocked by Beal over the last several years, led by Gilbert Arenas. Beal with the 3 from the top. Beal in his second year, and Wall in his 4th year.
Mike, number 1. Number 2, they don't have those 8 fast break points this quarter either.
Out of the timeout, nice curl by Ariza.
They got
10 Bulls turnovers, yet the Wizards down 4. Beal changes that with a 3. Butler off on the 3. Ariza with numbers, Washington. Beat, there goes Wall!
Defense.
Well, Heather, they have to do everything very well in this half because, as you know, it's not a mathematical must-win, but it's as close as you get in sports. Nobody's ever come back. Third quarter. Wall on the pitch. Ariza shot fake. A take. A make. 3 for Ariza. Ariza get back to Gortat, who would set a screen for him. Clock at 6. Gortat, little pocket pass. Nice. Wall trying to lose Heinrich around Gortat. He did.
He's got a feel tonight, Mike. The thing I like about him when he first came in, as you know, he was questionable. And then they have workers. They have an excellent starting unit, and then they have good bench people.
At 3, knocked down, and a big shot for Webster. Continues.
It's not there. Oh, boy.
Inside Beal and 1. Not many second chance points tonight either way, but the Wizards get a big one there, Hubie.
Mike, that's an excuse.
The bonus. Right now, Wizards have 3. The Bulls just 1. Beal to Nene. Can he get going? Yeah, there he goes. So Nene, who was 3 of 13 before that shot.
But give Augustine credit going to his left and then coming back under on the right-hand side. No chance to get a block.
Ariza using the size advantage on Augustine. Offensive rebounds have been rare for Chicago tonight.
Great hand.
Wall, takeaway.
Great hand.
Hit ahead. And 1. John Wall.
See, John Wall was 8th in the league in steals this year. He just came, look, see, he comes up from the blind side. Now when he goes to the basket, see, you can't do that. No. You just can't do that in a close game. The big turnovers in the first half, and then their foul shooting for the game.
Beal step back take. Smooth by Gooden.
Big rebound. Big offensive rebound.
Gooden playing because Nene is out. Beal. Yes! and the Wizards take the lead.
Remember, this young guy was struggling 1 for 7. And Mike Dunleavy has always been a great shooter and a high percentage guy.
Beal taking it, making it a 3. Whoa!
Here they are right now. They're excellent on the steal and then in the open floor. Their transition offense is outstanding.
Quick 20-second timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau as his team has watched Washington open up 3 for 3. Here comes John Wall. Ariza trailing triple. 7-0. Great start for Washington.
Now this is the guy, Ariza, who is off and playing exceptionally well.
Ariza, a 3. 14-0.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it if you're a Washington fan, because this is how they play. They do not back away from the three-point shot.
Ariza used the Gortat. There's the over-the-top pass. There was space for it, but a good recovery by Booker to not.
You have to feel the guy. See, once you make that cut, now this has got to be both hands on the ball, because if you have both hands.
Martell Webster came right out of high school in a great Seattle area. So many good players there. It's his 9th year in the league, and number 9 knocks down the jumper. Webster, Miller with 25 seconds left, brings the Wizards down. Lob to Gooden.
Now see, that was smart basketball.
Work back to get it to 10 at the end of 1. Veterans doing it. A young backcourt leading them as the Wizards try to take a 3-1 series lead. After 1 in D.C., they lead by 10.
Like he's gone down in there 3 times now with a great deal of speed, and here he comes. 2-on-1.
Wall the lob. Finished up high by Webster. They say it's credited to the bench of the Wizards as Wall goes inside and gets his first field goal. Nice move. Nice shot. As a rookie, when he got here, John Wall and Nene were injured. They turned the team over to him at 19. He said, I had no idea what was going on. This is year 2. He's figured it out.
All their baseline movement.
Good job on the read. Another steal by Wall. We mentioned it before, the great defense by John Wall all year long.
Well, in fact, he's just like a shot out of a cannon when he comes across half court, and then he's going to do something spectacular at the finish.
And Trevor Ariza's open 4 of 4.
And the perimeter guys are really on fire.
Like Ariza, who knocks down another 3. Ariza, corner 3. Got them all! Great end to a great half, Washington. Here come the Wizards 4 on 3.
Mike, nothing easy in the paint off the dribble.
Ariza keeps it going. Trevor Ariza, who played that
7-0, 9-0. And you think they're running away by 25 points. All of a sudden, it's 10.
Gortat, very pretty finish. Here at UCLA, his jersey's retired out in Southern California, Westchester High School. Ariza with the basket and the foul.
See, this is what he does extremely well. And that is the fact that you have to play him for the 3 because he shoots it over 40%.
Gortat get it to Ariza.
Also, it's got to be good defensive board play.
Wall, great find for Gortat inside. Tremendous execution here by the Wizards. Banked it in. And the lead is 21. Gortat on the dive, Ariza!
Great team play. Beautiful chemistry.
Quick start is going to be important just to establish the tempo of the game. There's Wall on a floater. Beautiful shot.
We're just underway here in Chicago. Nene from the other side. He better be.
If they want to keep playing this season, he better be.
Nene with room. Same spot.
Wall gets.
There was a fear that players would not react well to that. And Booker able to go the distance. They get off to the good start.
Yeah, and once again, turnovers playing a big role. You see that one from Dunleavy and Boozer that leads to the layup. And when Washington can get out in transition, they are really tough to beat. But it took so much work to get there that they didn't have enough energy to close the game.
Nene with a beautiful spin.
Thing with Nene, I mean, he's got the skill to be a superstar, to be a perennial all-star, but you know, the inconsistency for whatever reason, sometimes injury related, and turnovers and plays like this one here. Oh my goodness, Nene just palms it with his left hand.
Beal hits to conclude that sequence. A chase for the loose ball between Snell and Nene, who boxed out Snell.
Favorite throughout this series. Look at this. I'll just reach down and that's mine. Give me that. And then when you make a play like that, somebody's going to be wide open because of the scramble. And once again, the Wizards take advantage.
Last time that Washington won an opening round series was 2005. That was the victory over the Bulls. As once again, Nene knocks down a jumper. He is talking before his upcoming game against Golden State, which will be seen here on TNT as Bradley Beal.
Right to the rim. It's interesting, Marv, the emotional aspect of these series.
Nice move. John Wall getting the roll. He has 8 points.
There's Heinrich going to get called for the block, and Wall makes the bucket. Tough shot there. You see how strong John Wall is. Doesn't get knocked off balance at all, and gets that 20-foot one. Between the one turnover and all the offensive boards, they got 9 more field goal attempts than Washington. That's the reason they got back in the game. But good passing, and Dunleavy makes the play happen. Heinrich on the receiving end, and Nene continues his outstanding night just to get his confidence going.
There's Beal to the rim. Wizards try to close out the series. Only 8 teams as Heinrich. Wall ahead of the field, leading to the timeout by Chicago.
From the Wizards, leading to this leak out. You see Beal contest, race down the floor. He gets the finish, and Tom Thibodeau.
Too strong. 6 straight misses for the Bulls. This is Beal on the pull-up.
Bradley Beal.
Now that's a good one because it's in transition. You can't afford to fall behind by 10 points or so heading into the last quarter.
Good job there by Noah, but it did not matter. He deflected 2 passes, but it ends up in the hands of Bradley Beal and hits the corner shot. So
Wall hits the open 3.
and here is Beal.
And Mark, Trevor Booker, it's official, my new favorite player.
And from the field.
And the hustle plays for Washington, so important throughout this series. Look at Booker.
Boozer lost it off the double. Here comes Wall. Heinrich is turned around. Wall all the way. What a move by John Wall.
That's why John Wall is the #1 pick in the draft. I mean, he's a one-man fast break.
Wall, watched by Heinrich. One on the shot clock. Here's Wall. Yes! Just did beat the 24. 22 points. An outstanding night for John Wall. Noah tried to get it down low, and that will do it. The Wizards taking the opening round series convincingly in 5. For the Bulls, who certainly did well in the regular season, winning 48 games, #4 seed, but